everyone, welcome to the next segment of the 46 on 41. Today I got Billy, I did it already, help me. Billy Lucahans with us. I can never remember that name, I'm sorry. From the VFW, brand new commander, barely a month on the job. So Billy's gonna we're gonna talk a little bit about Billy, about his history, and then we're gonna tour his facility. So Billy, let's hop in and let's go. Let's go. So Billy, tell me a little bit about yourself. Now you're the newly elected commander as of, you guys start kind of middle year, right?
Yep. Start in June. I was born and raised in Oklahoma. Went in the Navy in 1987. Got out in 1996. Rode submarines for those years.
Oh, you were a sub guy.
Yeah, sub guy.
That had to be. That's an interesting profession.
It was challenging, I'll give you that. I moved up here in 1997 and have lived here out in Carver pretty much that entire time.
Oh, okay. I was always told, I worked with a guy that was in a submarine. I was always told those guys are all a little different because they lack the little oxygen too long down there. Is that right, or is that all a myth?
Probably a bit of a myth. Well, half of it's a myth. We have plenty of oxygen, but we are different.
I'm sure if I ask some of your colleagues, they'll probably tell me different, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. I know how it is with me too. They'll tell me that I probably was in a sub too long. So you've been how long you been a member of the VFW then?
2 years now.
2 years?
Yep.
Okay. So you're brand new, man. Jumped you right in, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, they did.
They figured we got a new guy. Let's get him young, right?
Yeah. Well, once all your kids leave the nest and you start having plenty of time, then you kind of start looking for, more ways to give back to your community.
Oh yeah, I know exactly how that goes. I'm kind of in your same situation there. So Billy, being that you've kind of been in this area for a while, what all of a sudden in the last couple of years possessed you to join the VFW?
Well, when your children grow up and are successful and move out of your home, you have a lot more free time than you used to. So at that time you start thinking about how you can start giving back to the community you raised them in.
Oh, that's a noble thing to say. I mean, but that's great. That's the thing that I think that's why we see our generation more out volunteering, because kids are gone, probably grandkids are starting to get gone, and you got more time to do things. So that's kind of great that you stepped up and to step right in that role of that commander. That's always an interesting group, and the veterans are an interesting group to lead. We all know that.
Yep.
But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. So let's talk a little bit about the VFW versus the Legion. How does that work?
Well, they're both veteran services organizations. The requirements to join are slightly different. I'm not a Legion member, so I don't want to be held accountable for getting it wrong. But I do believe if you served and you have an honorable discharge, you can join the American Legion and help them with their causes. Similar for the VFW, if you served and have an honorable discharge, but have been in a combat zone or documented in harm's way, those types of things, and you can join the VFW. Both of us lobby the state and federal Congresses for veterans' rights, etc., things like that. That's probably, other than participating in the community and helping veterans in need, lobbying the government to make sure that those rights and those needs are met is one of our primary goals.
So really the difference is if you serve basically in a foreign war, that makes you obviously veterans of foreign wars.
Yep.
So that it's pretty easy when you really think about it that way. But I know that there's probably people out there that aren't certain between VFW and the Legion, one of the differences. So right now we're traveling through downtown again, just kind of crossing over on one of the crosses on 2nd Street, just to kind of show that it's really pretty easy to navigate downtown. All of our downtown businesses are open, and we certainly hope that you continue to support them. They would greatly appreciate that. I know the construction, even though really hasn't hampered their ability to get there, I think it hampers people's minds on they can't get there, even though it's really pretty easy and sometimes easier with 41 closed. I say it's easier because 41's closed. You don't have to deal with it. So, but yeah, it's definitely definitely changes how things are a little bit. But hopefully we can, you know, we're getting close, and I can't say for a fact, but I think our construction is a little bit ahead of schedule, so that's a good thing. And we'll see. You know, they got curbs all the way to 5th Street already, or between 4th and 5th. So what else about Billy? What do you got for hobbies? What do you like to do?
You know, I still actively work, not retired yet. So
so you're really...
Yeah, that takes care of 40 hours of my week.
And what do you do?
I'm a software developer for a giant gas company that provides gases to the industry.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't understand that in the least, so I'll just take it and say good job.
Thank you.
So we're just driving on Pine here a little bit. We're gonna cross over on 5th, and again, just to kind of see that there's always there's always two crossings in Chaska that you can cross back and forth on. That was one of the things that we had told them that we always wanted was 2 crossings, so the businesses were always successful. What do you do for hobbies? What's a hobby for Billy?
Probably like to solve Sudoku problems.
Yeah, Sudoku. I've tried those. I'm just not very good at them. I don't know. Probably it's one of them. I haven't put enough effort into it to really sit down and do that. I should, but I just haven't been there yet. One of these days, when life slows down. I'm trying to figure out what day that is. But.
Yeah.
So how many members are in the VFW?
In the local one here, we have 138 members.
Oh, wow.
With probably 30 of them being really active.
Okay.
A lot of them are a little older and they don't quite get out and around as much as they used to.
Yeah,
but
that's the problem. We're losing our World War II veterans at a pretty rapid pace.
Yep.
It's getting to be a less and less, and I know a lot of the younger folks that served in the conflicts that we've had over the years just haven't thought about joining VFWs and Legions, have they?
Yeah, a lot of them are busy, you know, with their
Well, they're
careers
raising
and
kids
raising
yet. They're in that kids era, and we talked about that earlier. You know, that definitely affects how things work.
Well, that's one of my goals as commander is to streamline the job to the point where you can have a full job and 2 kids and still be the commander and be successful.
Well, I mean, that's good to show because, yeah, it's been, you know, a lot. You know, I've pretty much known Rich as the commander for a long time. So, well,
yeah, I think he's done it 8 times.
Yeah, he's done it a number of times. I know that too. But, so I know that the Legion has the Sons of the American Legions. Does the VFW have a program like that?
The VFW has the VFW Auxiliary.
Okay.
So if your brother, sister, parent, grandparent, child, or grandchild is a member of the VFW, you can join the VFW Auxiliary.
Okay.
And help in that way. My wife's a member of the Auxiliary, as is Rich's, and many of our wives are in the Auxiliary.
Okay. Because my dad served in the war, and he was injured over in Germany, But he just, I don't know, he just never joined. He was in a bad accident, long story, we won't get into that. And he missed his good years of life. But yeah, he never got involved with the organizations. So that's what I didn't do, because he was a member in the service. I joined the American Legion, Sons of the American Legion. So yeah.
You could join the auxiliary if you have his DD 214 and he was eligible.
Okay. I probably wouldn't have a clue. I'd have to go to the veterans organization in Bedford now. So.
Well, it's interesting.
What's that?
It's interesting. My son is a member of the post, and my other two children are auxiliary members.
Oh.
So my son's also a Foreign War vet.
Oh, good. Well, that's got to be kind of fun having that. So we're coming back to the VFW right now. At this point, we're just kind of pulling into the parking lot. Newly paved parking lot. Pretty nice. Wow. I know this was getting pretty bad back here.
It was getting pretty rough.
I knew that it was definitely due for an upgrade, but looks really nice. Nice job. All right, we're going to get out here, and I'm hoping Billy will take me in and give us a little tour of the post here. So, all right, we'll get this thing shut off and parked, and we're going to run inside and take a look. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Billy, let's go inside and check out your facility here and kind of explain to you what you have here to offer for people.
Sure thing. Let's go.
Got some of the other members with us today. We got Rich. Well,
Welcome to the VFW.
So, welcome to Chaska's VFW Post, 1791, the Walter Heckland Post, named after the first World War I casualty.
you know, that's interesting.
For Clark County?
I've known this was Walter Heckland, but I never knew the behind it. And Maria and I met, and she wanted me to show her where Walter was buried up in Guardian Angel Cemetery. She told me the history, so it's really cool that after all these years, I really learned who Walter Heckland was. I was never, quite sure of that. So, cool. So, what do you got here? Now, this is a bar area, obviously.
This is the bar area. It's open to any guests that want to drop by and visit us. Obviously, we have our pull tab booth for charitable gambling.
Okay. And now, this is run by you guys, right? You always have someone here.
Yes, this is
Okay.
always manned. There's someone here for this, and that's a huge reason why we can give back to the veterans that we support.
Now, don't you have a bunch of different kind of activities that you
We do.
have in here?
We do. We do burger nights on Wednesdays. We do a Queen of Hearts drawing on Thursday. We do a meat raffle on Friday, and we do bingo on Sunday.
Oh, you got a lot going on. What's the Queen of Hearts? Just real quick. I know it's a card thing, and a lot of places have it, but just for here, kind of quickly explain that for us.
So if you're here at 7 o'clock on Thursday nights, everybody gets a ticket. They pull one of those tickets. That person goes over to the wall and picks a card. If that card happens to be the Queen of Hearts, this Thursday they would get $1,253.
Oh, that's a pretty cool
And then
deal.
for every ticket that we put out when they don't win, we put another $1 into the pot so that it grows.
Oh, so that's how it
how it
automatically
Right.
grows.
Yep.
Well, cool. And now what's back here? Now I know you. I mean, I know this place.
Yeah.
So you got a banquet facility.
Yep, we have our banquet facility. There's a hall here. This is where we do our post meetings, our auxiliary meets here. This is where the burgers are cooked. This is available for rent for anybody who wants to stop by and use it. Weddings, grad parties, anniversaries, retirement parties. It's a pretty busy place.
Roughly, what does this sit if you had it set up? Anybody know?
Max out at 300.
300. Wow, that's a pretty good size. So.
Yeah, pretty big.
Okay. And then you've got a full kitchen back there.
Full kitchen back here, and we have a dedicated back bar for larger parties if they want a bartender and their own dedicated service.
Cool. Well, that's going to end our tour with the VFW. So, Billy, thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it greatly, and it's great. And I'm glad that you were able to show off your facilities, beautiful facilities. If people, like you said, it's available for rent, just stop in here and talk to anyone. Will tell you who to get in contact to. Who would you contact?
You can go to our website,
Okay.
VFW1791.org, and there's a contact form there. There's a rental hall calendar there.
Oh, there's perfect.
All
Got
kinds of
everything
stuff.
right there.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks again, and thanks, Rich, for joining us as well. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the next segment.